Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another Leftovers reaction. This is season 3 episode 7. It's the penultimate episode, and I'm a little bit nervous because I still don't know how this is going to end. I have no 100% or even 90% confidence that I know how this is going to end. This is probably because the world building in this show has been excellent. The plot development has been brilliant, and the character development, there's been a massive amount of character development. Like, when this started, I only knew a couple of the actors from previous work, and coming into the finale of the characters that are actually still in it, it's only really Christopher Eccleston I know from previous work. I have seen Carrie Coon in other things, notably Ghostbusters Afterlife, but I don't really know the other characters. But the acting has been absolutely amazing, and I'm fully immersed in the characters, in their relationships, in this world as a whole, in this show as a whole. Which, unfortunately, I've got this weird brain where I want to ask questions of the show. I want questions answered that I know are unimportant to the plot or the characters entirely, but still I ask them. I know I'm not going to get all my questions answered. It was the same with Lost. I had so many questions for that, and not all of them were relevant, but I wanted to know the answers anyway. Obviously, in this show, the biggest one is what happened 7 years ago. What exactly, well, I mean, we know what happened, but what exactly was the mechanism for that thing happening? The other questions really are really more modern, more up to date. David Burton, whatever his name is, I can't remember. It's something like that. Don't get at me, please. I'm just terrible with names. We know the Mr. Redcap, David. Did he survive the lion attack and the subsequent gunfire that we heard? And if so, what does that mean? Does it mean that Kevin is not special? Well, we know that anyway, because David has already survived a death experience, or so we've been told. We didn't see it, so we have no real evidence of the validity of the statement. But I suppose we have to take it as read. It could be a red herring, I don't know. But that is my first question. Is David special? Is Kevin special? Because he survived now 2 death experiences that we saw, that other characters have witnessed. So the validity of them is not at question. So is Kevin special? Is Nora special? Because her whole family were taken, which seems to be, from the world building we've had, seemed to have been quite a rare occurrence to have the entire family disappear. And also we had that talk that she was the host of a demon. I haven't forgotten that. I'm pretty sure that was thrown in as a red herring, but I'm starting to get to the point where I'm not sure anymore. Or was it because, what was the other scientist said, that her house, or she was living in an area of high concentration of this hitherto undiscovered radiation or something? Can't remember the exact words. I didn't take notes. Stupid. I know, but I didn't. But it was something like that. So is Nora special? Is Kevin Senior special? Because he's the one supposedly who's going to save the world. Or is it Matt? Or is all of this? I mean, Tommy, Wayne, Mary. Mary has recovered from an almost unrecoverable illness, or, you know, catatonic state. So is she special? Is everyone special? Or is this some really, really crazy, really messed up coincidences and freaky but explainable phenomena? I have no idea. I have no idea. And it's bugging me. Because I don't know what's a red herring and what isn't. I don't know what's important for the ending and what isn't. We're getting so much thrown at us now that it's... Okay, right, last episode, Nora and Laurie tracked down the two women that were asking the question and promising to reunite people with their departeds. And that's where we left them. They found where they were, and that was it. We left Nora and Matt there. So what's happening with them? I know Matt's gone through this. Family's important, trying to spend time with the people he loves while he's still got the time. But what is actually going to happen with Nora and Matt? How are they going to confront these two women? Are they going to confront these two women? Kevin was preparing to die again so that he could visit the Hotel of the Dead and talk to Christopher and get the song that Senior needs to save the world, apparently. Apart from that, there was a lot of soul searching in the last episode. A lot of people coming to terms with their problems, their fears, and their grief. It was a really, really good episode, but it was so confusing that I will need to watch that again retrospectively once I've finished. It's hard to say, but the last episode could be my favourite episode of this season. I'll go back and have a look at the other episodes of the season again. But it was a good one. I liked it. Anyway, well, we're going to get on with this episode, and this is called The Most Powerful Man in the World and His Identical Twin Brother. Did I do that bit at the beginning? I don't think I did. The Most Powerful Man in the World and His Identical Twin Brother, which is a quote from David when he was trying to explain his godliness to Matt. And it was the story of how Jesus survived the resurrection. He didn't. He had an identical twin brother. No one else in the show, as far as I know, has an identical twin brother. Oh yeah, and what's going to happen on the anniversary? I've said what I thought, that they're all going to come back. Seems pretty boring, actually, as a... Maybe nothing will happen. Maybe nothing at all will happen. And this whole thing is... Yeah, but it's not just our group, is it? There was the guy in the submarine that was convinced that the anniversary was going to bring forth the seven-headed beast of Revelations. There was the people back in the colonial days or whatever, the 1800s, that was sure that something was going to happen at some point. Obviously, the departure hadn't happened at that point, but they knew something was going to happen. Maybe it all relates back to the girl in the cave. Somehow, all these weird beginnings to episodes, I can't remember the other ones, are all going to tie in somehow. Well, we know the nuclear one has, but I mean, he might have confidence that he's going to come back, but that's still a nasty way to go.
Help me! Get him out! Get him the fuck out!
He's going to die.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I'll do what you asked me to do. I thought we'd do it together.
Well, you're together now. Put him back in. You've got to fight it, Senior. You've got to fight it. You don't want to see your son die, but you've got to have the faith that you had when you made the plan. Brilliant piece of music.
Kevin Harvey.
You can die in the afterlife. Why didn't he wake up in the bath like he usually does?
Please, please, please. Stop. Kilo Hotel is secure. I repeat, Kilo Hotel is secure.
Ah!
Mr. Harvey.
Dean. Is it Dean?
Unfortunately, folks, your line of work don't get to retire.
I'm an assassin.
Yes, sir, Mr. Harvey. So let's get assassinating, shall we?
But he was
Who's the target?
he was a police officer last time.
President. In just under 2 hours, he's going to start an unsanctioned nuclear war. And you are the only man alive who can get to him before he does.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Are you receiving me?
Who is this?
Mission Control. Do you remember, Mr. Harvey, what I said to you that night on the bridge? What I whispered in your ear?
You said I was the most powerful man in the world.
Goddamn right you are.
Is he the president now? Is he guilty, Remnant?
We believe that marriage is the single most destructive idea ever conceived of by humankind. That's why in my first 100 days in office, I introduced legislation.
Really?
I'm the president.
Oh, it's that Liam. Evie, still the rebel.
Do you know who I am?
Yes.
Do you know that I'm not the President of the United States?
I sure do.
I have a message for you from your father. He wants you to know that you're loved.
Are you fucking serious? My father was murdered.
Eh?
My mother, my brother, all of them gone in an instant because of a drone strike ordered by your administration.
No, that's not what happened. You were killed.
What? I'm not dead. I'm right fucking here, asshole.
So they think they're alive,
You knew that I wasn't
and
the
that
president.
our world
You're just a puppet.
is the afterlife, maybe.
You just gave... Are you okay? Stop! Stop the car!
Whoa. is that them bringing him back? They didn't leave him there long enough. He's going to have to do it again.
I was just with Evie.
She was there.
You saw her? I delivered your message. Your children were there too.
But he didn't see Christopher Sunday. That's...
Did you get the song? I was working on it. Why'd you pull me out of the pond?
There is no pond. The whole fucking ranch is flooded.
Oh. They should let him recover a little bit, but I suppose there's no time now.
I love you, son.
Senior's only obsessed with this song because Kevin got him to sing Itsy Bitsy Spider when he was like 6. Is he the president or an assassin? Oh.
You all right,
The
sir?
president.
Name your Secretary of Defense.
Oh.
Sir? I need a name.
Patty Levin.
Is it?
Correct.
Right, so she's alive again in this reality. I don't even know what to call this anymore.